Okay, so today, last class we have started chapter physical and chemical changes, and we have already studied still page number 16. So today we will be studying activity 6.7, page number 61. So here activity 6.7, it has been said that to be demonstrated by the teacher. So when the school will open, definitely I'll show you this. Kindly remind me this, okay? So here it is said that dissolve. This activity I can show you in school, okay? Just remind me once. So here dissolve about a teaspoon of copper sulfate in about copper sulfate is actually blue color substance. When we dissolve it in water, still it will remain blue, okay? So you can see here diagram has been given at the bottom. Blue color substance, that is the copper sulfate. Its formula is CuSO4, okay? CuSO4. So we have taken that and we have mixed it in water. Add a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid to the solution. We can add little amount of dilute sulfuric acid. So dilute, there are two terms called, one is dilute and another one is called concentrated. So acid or base, when we will say dilute or when we will say concentrated. For example, if I am having acid this much, if I am having acid this much and I am taking this much of water, that means quantity of acid is more than water, then it is called concentrated. If it is a base, we will say concentrated base. If it is an acid, we will say concentrated acid. Is it clear? If the acid is more, water is less, then we will say concentrated. Okay? But if the water is more and acid is less or base is less, then we will be saying dilute. Okay? So in this case, what we will be doing, we will be taking more amount of water and few amount of sulfuric acid. Okay? That will become dilute. Fine? So add a few drop. You take a few drop of dilute sulfuric acid to the solution. You should get a blue colored solution. You will get a blue color. Okay? Directly also you will get blue color. Fine? I'll show you. Save a small sample of the solution in a test tube or a small glass bottle. So I'll show you everything, test tube and other thing also. So we'll take a test tube and then we'll pour some amount of copper sulfate solution there. And then what we will be doing, we will be taking one iron nail. Okay, iron piece. So we will be taking an iron nail, that will be better. Okay, so we'll take an iron nail and then we'll put it in that blue solution that we have taken in a test tube. Okay, so initially its color was what? Blue. Now we will add this iron nail and then we will leave it for some time. After some time, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, you will see that blue color substance has changed into green color substance. That means here new substance is formed. It's a chemical reaction. That means chemical change. Is it clear? So here green color substance is iron sulfate. Iron sulfate means FeSO4. Copper sulfate was CuSO4. So I will show you reaction during the class. Okay? And I will explain you. So these things happen. So already I have explained you this activity. This changes shows that a new substance is formed. That is a chemical reaction. Okay? So I will show you this activity afterwards. Now another activity that we can try, that is a lime water. Do you know what is a lime water? Chuna pani. Okay? So what we will do, we will take a chuna pani. Fine? We will take a chuna pani. Chuna pani means calcium hydroxide. Okay? Calcium hydroxide. So we will take a calcium hydroxide, we will take it in a bottle. Okay? Or maybe in some other thing. Maybe in a glass, wherever you want. Then we will take a straw. We will put that straw in that water and we will start. You will not suck. You will blow the air. When we blow air, which gas is released? When we blow air, which gas is released? Carbon dioxide. We exhale carbon dioxide, right? So carbon dioxide is released. This carbon dioxide will react with lime water, chuna pani, and initially this chuna pani is like a transparent substance. Okay, it's transparent. सफेद, that means पानी जैसा रहेगा, ठीक है? But when I will blow air in that chuna pani, it will convert into milky. दूध जैसा हो जाएगा सफेद. Okay, so this is a chemical reaction. New substance has formed. Okay, ये चूना जैसा बन जाएगा. We can try this also in our class. Okay, if you can bring chuna pani, then I can show you that. Fine. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is also a chemical reaction. Now let's see what it has been given in activity 6.8. Take about 1 minute. Take about a teaspoon of vinegar. Vinegar you know, right? Vinegar I told you before also, its formula is CH3COOH. Okay, CH3COOH. CH3COOH. Vinegar. I'm getting little confused. I think so. CH3COOH. Yeah, this only. Vinegar. CH3COOH. Okay. I'm getting little confused. I'll remember and then I'll tell you afterwards. Okay. So take about a teaspoon of vinegar. Everyone, you have seen vinegar. Your parents used to bring in your house. So vinegar is an acid. Okay. In a test tube, you take a test tube and put some amount of vinegar there. Add a pinch of baking soda. Okay. Baking soda we have studied before also. So baking soda, I told you, right? When an ant bite you, then what you can do? You can take a baking soda, put little amount of water, make a paste, and then apply on your wound. You will be getting relaxed. Okay. So take that baking soda to it. You would hear a hissing sound. You will be getting a sound like this. Okay. This type of hissing sound, and see bubbles, like you have seen when an Eno is put in water, you have seen and the bubbles comes out, right? So same thing will happen like that only. Okay. So see bubbles of gases coming out. Pass this gas through freshly prepared lime water. So here carbon dioxide is produced. Okay. When we react these two things, carbon dioxide gas is produced, and when we pass this carbon dioxide in a lime water will turn into milky. It will convert into white substance. Is it clear? That is a chemical change. Okay. What happened to the lime water? What will happen to the lime water? Lime water will change into milky. Is it clear? The change in the test tube is as follows. Vinegar react with baking soda and produces produces carbon dioxide and other substances. Okay? So it reacts and it produces carbon dioxide. So this carbon dioxide, when we pass through lime water, it will turn into milky. दूध जैसा सफेद हो जाएगा. We can try it in our class. Okay? When the school will open, then we can do these activities. The reaction between carbon dioxide and lime water is as follows. So here you can see a reaction is being given. Okay. On the left hand side you can see that vinegar and baking soda are mixed together. A pipe is being put here. This pipe carry carbon dioxide gas, and through the pipe it goes to the another tube. Here we are having lime water. Okay, so when the carbon dioxide is put in the lime water, it turns milky. You can see it becomes white. Okay, so this reaction we can try it. Fine. So reaction is been given here, carbon dioxide and lime water. When they react, it produces calcium carbonate and water. Okay, so this type of formulas and all you have to remember. reaction also you have to remember. Okay, that carbon dioxide and calcium hydroxide when react together, it produces calcium carbonate and water. You have to remember the formulas also. Okay, when carbon dioxide is passed through lime water, calcium carbonate is formed, which makes lime water milky. Okay, so I already told you that it change its color into milky, दूध जैसा सफेद हो जाना. ठीक है. The turning of lime water into milky is a standard test of carbon dioxide. That means if you want to test that a substance contain carbon dioxide or not, like during a time of reaction, which gas is produced. So suppose if you are thinking that it's a carbon dioxide, you can test it in two ways. One is bring a burning matchstick. When you will bring a burning matchstick near that gas, you know that carbon dioxide exhaust fire. So when you will bring a burning matchstick towards that, it will extinguish. Or second thing what you can do, you can pass this gas through lime water. If the color changes to milky, it's a carbon dioxide. Understood? So you will use it in chapter 10 to show that the air we breathe out is rich in carbon dioxide. So already I told you this activity. So in activity 6.6, whatever, you can see this one, okay, by your own. That means color changes can be there. New substance can be formed. These all are also chemical reaction. That means in physical changes also there was change. Change in state, change in color. Okay, here also it is. But you have to see that when a reaction takes place, you are getting new substance or not. If you are getting a new substance, then it is a chemical reaction. If you are not getting a new substance, it means that it is a physical change. Okay? Now the question is how to understand that a chemical reaction has taken place. Okay? Like how to understand that a chemical reaction has taken place. Okay? It's a chemical reaction or not. For example, if I take a water and if I put some salt over that, okay, I'll mix it properly. So it is a chemical change or physical change. Okay, so there are some technique you should remember. Okay, when we mix water and salt, we are not getting a new substance. Okay, we are not getting a new substance. What we are getting? Salt water. This can be separated. Remember that chemical change cannot be separated easily, but physical change we can separate the constituent things. Okay, so here when we talk about salt water, what we can do, we can remove water and we can remove salt. Like suppose you can try it in your home also. You can take half glass of water, put some salt, mix it thoroughly, take another half spoon of salt, mix it again, you will be getting a salt water. Now you want to get salt back. What you can do, you just take a bowl, put that liquid there, that means salt water, and heat them. Put it in gas burner and heat. You will see that after some time water will evaporate and you will be having salt in the container. So you will be getting back. Okay. So that is a physical change. Now the question is how we will know that a chemical reaction has taken place. So here, a change in which one or more new substances are formed is called a chemical change. A chemical change is also called a chemical reaction. So whenever a new substance is formed, definitely there must be a reaction. Then only a new substance is formed. Okay. So how to understand that a chemical reaction has taken place? Okay. So just see, here some points are there. Okay, here some points are there with pink color. What are these? Let's see. When a chemical reaction takes place, first point, how to know that chemical reaction has taken place? Okay, so first point, heat, light or any other radiant may be given off or absorbed. That means there will be a change in temperature. Okay, change in temperature, for example, like change in temperature means like suppose if I take a chuna patthar, okay, limestone. If I take a chuna patthar limestone and if I put it in water, I don't know you have seen this reaction or not, it start warming up, it get heated, गर्म हो जाता है एकदम, बहुत ज़्यादा गर्म हो जाता है. It's a chemical change. Temperature has increased. So this type of thing happens. Okay, you don't need to give temperature to that. By its own, it will increase or decrease the temperature. Are you getting my point? For example, if I take water and if I boil it, I am boiling it. I am providing heat, right? This is not a chemical change. But if I put water and if I put something else on that, and it start becoming warm, it's a chemical change. I'm not providing any heat to that. For example, if I take a water, if I put sodium over there, sodium, okay, when I put sodium, it will burst. Okay, इसमें से बॉम्ब जैसा बुफ करके निकलेगा. It's a chemical reaction. Okay, so क्या होना चाहिए? सबसे पहला, heat, light, okay, must be given off or absorbed. लाइट या हीट निकलना चाहिए या एब्जॉर्ब होना चाहिए. ठीक है. सेकेंड, साउंड में भी प्रोड्यूस, इट शुड प्रोड्यूस सम साउंड, समथिंग लाइक दैट और सम अदर साउंड. ओके, दैट इज अ केमिकल चेंज. व्हेन वी बॉईल वाटर, स्टिल इट प्रोड्यूसेस साउंड, टुक 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 टुक. दैट इज नॉट अ केमिकल चेंज. ओके, you have to see all these things. Temperature is increasing, sound is producing, bubbles are forming. All these things should follow. Then only we can say that it's a chemical change. Is it clear? If any one is happening, like temperature is increasing, we can't say that it's a chemical change. There can be some other reason also. Is it clear? A change in smell may take place or a new smell may be given off. That means when a chemical reaction take place, smell comes out sometime. Not every time, but sometime smells comes out. By smelling this, you can easily understand that a chemical reaction has taken place or not. Is it clear? A color change may take place. Color changes, like we have studied copper sulfate. When we put an iron nail, it converted into green, right? So color also changes sometimes. A gas may be formed. We already studied that when a reaction takes place, carbon dioxide was released, right? So gas also it produces. Bubbles produces. Okay, next point you can say that during a time of chemical reaction, bubbles are formed. Okay, during a time of chemical reaction, bubbles are formed. Other way also bubbles are formed. For example, when we boil water, bubbles are formed, but that is not a chemical reaction. Okay, okay. When you put something, like suppose I am having a water, if I put something and if there is a bubbles, you have not given anything. Initially, that means by its own it produces bubble. It means that it's a chemical reaction. Okay, so bubbles will be produced. So these are some points you should remember. If these things happen, then only we can say that it's a chemical reaction. Okay, and during a time of chemical reaction, new substances are formed. Okay, that cannot be reversed. So sometime it comes like write differences between physical and chemical changes. Differences between physical and chemical changes. So physical changes means you can say that in physical change, no new substance is formed. You will never get a new substance. It remain original only. You will take a water, you will put it in freezer, it will become solid. But still it is a water. That means no new substance is there. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? पानी लिया, पानी को फ्रीजर में रख दिया, तो पानी था ना शुरुआत में, फ्रीजर में रख दिया, बर्फ बन गया. बर्फ क्या है? पानी ही है. कोई नया चीज बना क्या? नहीं, पानी ही है. That means it's a physical change. Okay, so no new substance is formed. केमिकल रिएक्शन में क्या होता है? केमिकल चेंजेस में न्यू सब्सटेंसेस फॉर्म. एक पॉइंट हो गया. ठीक है. दूसरा, फिजिकल चेंज में फिजिकल चेंज इज रिवर्सिबल. रिवर्सिबल मतलब दोबारा से हमको मिल जाएगा. ठीक है, दोबारा से हमको मिल जाएगा. समझ आया? जैसे कि पानी से बर्फ बनाया, बर्फ से फिर से पानी मिल जाएगा. सो रिवर्सिबल है. ठीक है, बर्फ से पानी बन गया, पानी से बर्फ बन गया. यस रिवर्सिबल है, बट केमिकल चेंज जो है इट इज इरिवर्सिबल. मीन्स like suppose if I am burning a paper, it converted into ash. From ash I'll not get a paper. It's a irreversible. Understood? So I'm giving you 2 points. There are many other points also. Okay? So this is also our. Now here page number 63, you can see one topic has been given in blue box. Other things you can study by your own. This is simple thing. Okay? A protective shield of the earth. So the protective shield of the earth is called the ozone. Okay, ozone layer. You have studied about ozone layer, right? So ozone. Okay, so there is a layer of ozone. That's why we call it ozone layer. Okay. So the formula of ozone is O3. O3. O2 is the oxygen that we breathe. That means inhale. But O3 is a ozone layer. Okay. So this ozone layer protect us from harmful radiation of the sun. Ultraviolet, gamma, different rays are there. So this ozone layer protect us. That's why it is called the protective shield. Is it clear? But nowadays, due to the use of chemicals like CFC, okay, CFC, chlorofluorocarbon, when we open refrigerator, cool air come out, right? Along with that CFC comes out, chlorofluorocarbon. This chlorofluorocarbon goes to atmosphere and they break ozone layer. Okay, so many years back there was a hole near the Antarctica. That means near the Antarctica, you know Antarctica, right? The coldest place. So in that region on the top, the ozone layer was broken. Okay, it was depleted. खराब हो गया था. खराब means टूट गया था. Okay, so harmful radiation from sun enters to our earth. If there is no ozone layer, remember that we will die. Okay, so that ozone was depleted there. Okay, depletion was going on. But now scientists they have researched and they have got another hole on the south side. So if we don't control this, then guarantee after some day, not someday, after some year, it will be very difficult to survive on earth. Okay, it will be very difficult. So let's see what we can do. Formula of ozone is what? O3. Okay, let's see. Protective shield. You must have heard of the ozone layer in our atmosphere. It protects us from the harmful ultraviolet radiation which come from the sun. It protects us. That's why it is called protective shield. Okay. Ozone absorb this radiation and break down to oxygen. That means they take this. Okay. Ozone absorb this radiation and break down to oxygen. Oxygen is different from ozone. Can we call the breaking down of ozone a chemical change? Yes, it is a chemical change because new substance is formed. O3, that means ozone is different and oxygen O2 is different. Oxygen is that means the gas which we inhale. Ozone we can't inhale. If you inhale, that is a pollution. Okay, that is a pollution. We can't inhale that. Is it clear? So if ultraviolet radiation were not absorbed by ozone, it would reach the Earth's surface and cause harm to us and other life form. Ozone acts as a natural shield against this radiation. So if there is a depletion, अगर हमारा ozone जो है टूट जाएगा, then the harmful radiation from the sun will enter the earth and it will be very difficult. We will be having many diseases like skin cancer, many diseases will be there. Okay, so it is our responsibility to protect our ozone by not using harmful refrigerator which produces CFC, or AC also, air conditioner, it also produces CFC. So we should use such type of refrigerator or AC which don't produce CFC, or it produce less amount of CFC. We can use that. Okay. We learned in chapter 1 that plant produces their food by a process called photosynthesis. This is also a chemical change. This is also a chemical change. Okay? Because it takes sunlight, water, minerals, carbon dioxide, and it prepare food. New substances form. Chemical change. So can we call photosynthesis a chemical change? Yes. Paheli said that even digestion is a chemical change. Yes. Digestion also is a chemical change. I told you before only. We take food, like we take chapati. Next day it become poti. So from poti can we get chapati? No, not possible. It's a chemical change. Okay. Rusting of iron, I have already told you. What is a rusting of iron? How rusting take place? Right? How rusting take place? Rusting is what? The slow destruction of iron due to the presence of oxygen and water is called rusting. Process is called rusting. And the substance is produced is called the rust. And the formula of rust is Fe2O3.XH2O. Is it clear? Is it clear? Here it has been given Fe2O3, but you will be writing dot XH2O. Is it clear? That is the formula of rust. Now how to protect this one? I told you already, it can be protected by painting, then greasing, by galvanization. Galvanization means, like suppose this is an iron, what we will be doing, an extra layer of zinc will be placed. Like suppose you can see this is a book. If you observe properly, there is a plastic coating over this, so that this book is being protected from water and other thing. Okay? Okay? So same way in an iron we place a very thin layer of zinc. So this zinc protect iron from the contact of water and oxygen. Okay? This way it is been protected. So that is called galvanization. Then another method is called alloy. Alloy you will be studying afterwards. Okay? Alloy actually it is a homogeneous mixture of metal or non-metal. That means you take two metal, melt it and mix it in a proportion, same proportion. Then you will be getting a new substance. That substance is an alloy. Alloy don't get rust. Okay? So this is our what is rusting, how it is formed, and how it can be protected. Everything I have told you. So galvanization, already I told you, the process of depositing a layer of zinc on iron is called galvanization. This way iron is being protected. Is it clear? You can see here stainless steel. Inside a box you can see stainless steel is made by mixing iron with carbon, and metal like chromium, nickel and magnesium, it does not rust. Okay, so that means iron and carbon, it has been mixed together. It was I think 55% and 45%. Okay, iron 55% and carbon 45% or something like that it was. So when we will mix it in this composition, then we will be getting a new substance, and that is a stainless steel. Okay, stainless steel. Stainless steel, nowadays every house we are using stainless steel. Your spoon is made up of stainless steel. Your plate is been made up of stainless steel. Jung nahi lagta hai. For last 3-5 years we are using, right? Some are 10 years old also, but still there is no rust. That means it's a stainless steel. It don't rust. Okay. Other are also their alloy. Okay. Next is crystallization. Crystallization means it will form a crystal. Crystal means you know, right? Like you have chini ka dana, pieces of rice, that is called a crystal. So how to make a crystal? Let's see. Crystal means दाना दाना, ठीक है, और बड़ा सा भी होने से होगा. इफ यू मेक अ बिग वन आल्सो, दैट इज अ क्रिस्टल. Okay, like you have heard that diamond is also called a crystal. Okay, so crystallization ये कैसे होता, how it is done. So we will be studying one thing, another one, there are another way. I don't know you have heard about chasni or not. Chasni, like we take water. Okay, like you have seen khurma, right? Khurma, in khurma there is a white substance on the top of the khurma. Actually that is a sugar, that is a crystal. How it is prepared? Take a water, even in jalebi also it happens like that. Take a water, put some amount of sugar, start heating it. When it will be heated, this sugar will be melt down. Add more sugar, again it will melt down. Again you put some more sugar, again it will melt down. Slowly it will melt and melt and melt, and when you will cool that, it will become solid. So khurma also we made it that way. In this liquid we will put khurma and we will take it out soon. Then when it dry up, it become crystal. Okay, so crystallization. So how to make this one? Okay, crystallization is a process in which a substance is made into a crystal. Okay, this is a process, crystallization. Now here you can see activity 6.9, how crystal is made. So try to understand this one. Take a cup full of water. Take a cup full of water in a beaker. Glass like substance we will be having in the lab. Okay, that is called a beaker. So take a cup full of water in a beaker and add a few drop of dilute sulfuric acid. Few drop, that means 2 drop, 3 drop you will add, and then stir it. हिलाते रहो, ठीक है. When it start boiling, add copper sulfate powder. Slowly, धीरे धीरे. Okay, slowly you pour some copper powder. I told you that copper powder are blue in color. When you will mix it in water, again it will become blue only. Okay, so you will take a copper sulfate powder, put slowly and stir it. हिलाते रहो, ठीक है, धीरे धीरे हिलाते रहो. Okay, so heat the water. When it start boiling, add copper sulfate powder slowly while stirring continuously. Continue adding copper sulfate powder till no more powder can be dissolved. You just dissolve it. After some time you will see that continuously, slowly you dissolve and then stir it. After some time you will see that no more amount of copper sulfate is dissolving in the water. It has some limit. उसके बाद और dissolve नहीं होगा. You can try in your house also. Take a glass, put some salt. Take transparent glass. 1 glass of water or half glass of water. Put half spoon of salt. Stir it. You will see that salt will mix up. Take another half. Again stir it. You will see that some amount of salt remain in the bottom. If you try to stir it whole day, still it will have that salt in the bottom. It will not mix up. Is it clear? So same way here also, when we'll mix up, we'll see that it will mix it properly, and after some time we'll see that copper sulfate will not dissolve in the water anymore. Okay, so continue adding copper sulfate powder till no more powder can be dissolved. Filter the solution. Now filter it, because you will be having some copper sulfate present in the bottom, right? Filter it. So allow it to cool. After filtration, you keep it somewhere. Don't disturb that. Don't that means shake that. Leave it that way. Put it stagnant. छोड़ दो वैसे. Okay? Do not disturb the solution when it is cooling. Look at the solution after some time. Can you see the crystal of copper sulfate? If not, wait for some more time. So you can see here crystals are formed. You can see in the diagram. So crystals are formed this way. This process is called crystallization. You have learned about physical and chemical changes. Try to identify changes that you observe around as physical or chemical changes. So we have already studied that what is the physical or chemical changes. Many things I told you about physical and chemical changes. Now you can go through different example, and you can think that it's a physical change or a chemical change. Okay, so that's all for today's class. Thank you very much.